Well, good evening, everybody. It's just past 10 o'clock, which means that we're on stage now.
Get a little more guitar in the monitor. Thank you.
We're the Lark and the Loon. We were here a month ago, and we're very happy to be back. We're from Eureka Springs, Arkansas, by way of the Pacific Northwest. So this feels pretty good to be almost back home, even though we're going to be out for another couple weeks.
It's getting longer.
We're not here to talk. We're here to sing. So we'll start off with this little song here, something called With Ya. With ya, I wanna be with ya. From when the sun comes up till the moon's high in the sky. Love ya, I'm gonna love ya. From this day on until the day I die. You can give me summer rain, and you can give me chilly nights. You can even give me that long, lonesome road. Take away my stars and steal away my night. I tell you what, none of it's gonna matter as long as I've got you by my side. Oh, happy, you're making me happy. I'm bouncing like a little kangaroo. Singing, you got me singing a sweet little song that I just wrote for you. I ain't playing games, and I know that you're the same, so I can give myself to you. If you break my heart, it's gonna tear me straight apart. But I know, oh, so much better than to expect that from you. Oh, different, I know that you're different. Yo, see that sun on a shining summer's morn. So give me, oh, won't you just give me a little sweet loving fresh off of the vine. My head was spinning, but you set me right. Now it's screwed on tight. You've been kind to me, I can be true indeed. 'Cause babe, you're giving me everything that I could need. Oh, burning, my heart is burning like a lamp that's full of amber kerosene. Dancing, oh, I've been dancing like the biggest fool that anyone has ever seen. To be with ya, from when the sun comes up until the moon's high in the sky. Love ya, I'm gonna love ya, from this day on until the day I die. From this day on until the day I die. Thanks, yo.
Thank you all so much for being here at the Westport Saloon this evening. We call ourselves the Lark and the Loon, and we are here on tour from Arkansas for the second time. So this is one of our favorite places to play at. So thank you so much for being here. And it's summertime, so it's even better. I love the summer. I hate to see the evening sun go down.
'cause my baby, he done left this town. If I feel tomorrow same as I feel today, oh, I feel tomorrow same as I feel today, I'll pack my trunk and make my getaway. 'Cause that new woman with her diamond ring, she pulls that man around by her apron strings. If it wasn't for the powder and the stove for the hair, that man that I had wouldn't have gone nowhere. I've got the St. Louis blues just as blue as I can be. Oh, that man's got a heart like a rock cast in the sea. Or else he wouldn't have gone so far away from me. Oh, I went to the gypsy to get my fortune told. Oh, oh, went to the gypsy to get my fortune told. 'Cause I was wild about that man who I used to hold. Gypsy, she told me, don't you wear no black. Oh, yeah, the gypsy told me, don't you wear no black. I'm just going down to St. Louis, and you can win him back. Oh, help me to Cairo, make it to St. Louis by myself. Oh, I'm going to Cairo, gonna find that good man who left. Oh, I'm gonna stay so close by his side. If he flags a train, I will be sure to ride. I want that man like a schoolboy, I want his pie. Oh, like a Kentucky colonel, I want his midtown ride. Oh, I want my baby till the stars refuse to shine. Come on, show them how they fall now. I hate to see the evening sun go down. Ooh, I hate to see the evening sun go down. Because my baby, he done left this town. Oh, 'cause my baby, he done left this town. Thank you. That one right there, really important, y'all, because you live in Missouri, so that was the St. Louis Blues. That was a W.C. Handy number. That was written in 1912, and I learned that song from Miss Bessie Smith, the Empress of the Blues now. You like that song, you go and listen to her sing it. She does a way better job than me, and you should probably get her on vinyl if you like it. Outstanding. Anyway, W.C. Handy. Well, try not to be too like, we just played at a university the other day. So we are getting a little bit educational. So we'll try and keep the talking brief because we're here to drink and party and have a good time.
Anyone
but hey,
taking
there's
notes?
nothing wrong with drunk history. Nothing wrong with drunk history. Drink if you love history. Take a drink now if you love history. I'm going to.
That's the thing, is we don't really know shit. We're just making it all up here. We'll do a little song that we wrote. We put this on our second record. It's a little something about a deal that a man should not have made, or a woman.
Sorry, make it a little bit more bass drum in the
Here's some educational fun while Rock gets her percussion set up. Rock's bass drum is a shotgun shell box. That's not the educational part. The educational part is the fact that back in the day, a lot of blues players used to play at little tobacco houses, and those tobacco houses used to hang out over by the coal mines. Now, you used dynamite to blow up a coal mine back then, right? So they would use the dynamite boxes to do exactly what Rocky over here is doing with her foot. But the fun part about it was that sometimes the dynamite would break in transportation, and the guys would grab the boxes anyway, and they would play them. And then they would stomp on the box, and what happens to dynamite? It goes boom. So the joint would start on fire, and all these coal miners and the blues man would run out. This box is not going to explode, don't worry about it. There's no ammunition in it, there's no dynamite residue, just some music. Well, Carrie knew where to find him, but didn't know his name, and the barman looked so startled when she asked, is this the place? He just pointed to the curtain. In the corner by the shade, she calmly walked toward it with that grin upon her face. He was smoking a cigar, he had a sleek, slender frame. He said, sit down, darling, what brings you here today? She said, I want money, I want power, I want fame. He let her laugh and asked, are you ready to pay? Well, if you want to make a deal with the devil, you gotta have a wager to play. Once you stack the deck in his favor, well, he's holding the pen, you're turning the page. Sign on the line with your God-given name. Leave your soul at the door and he'll send you on your way. Hobbling footsteps supported with a cane. Mr. Jones was a tailor who couldn't take the pain. See, he was old and he was weathered and his bones always ached. He went down to the tavern one day with that grin on his face. There were bones on the wall, they clicked and they clacked. When he entered the room, he could only see his back. And when he turned to face him, he just let out a laugh. So that can make you feel young again, my friend, if you're just willing to pay. Well, if you want to make a deal with the devil, you gotta have a wager to play. Once you stack the deck in his favor, well, he's holding the pen, you're turning the page. Sign on the line with your God-given name. Leave your soul at the door and he'll send you on your way. So I could tell you a little lesson, try to act all clever and claim that I've got some kind of answer, and I'd outsmart his silly game. But faced with all the choice those folks were given that day, I can't help but tell you with that grin here up on my face that I too drew that curtain out to sign down my name. But the deal that I made was not for youth and not for fame. He handed me this harmonica and he just told me to play. I did what he said and here's the very sound that it made. To make a deal with the devil, you gotta have a wager to play. Once you stack the deck in his favor, well, he's holding the pen, you're turning the page. Sign on the line with your God-given name. Leave your soul at the door and he'll send you on your way. Send you on your way. Send you on your way.
That's
Thanks,
Jeff
Jeff.
Rolfson with the Z over there on that harmonica and that old guitar there. Well, that guitar there. I was talking with someone earlier, and I I totally misunderstood what he said because we've been up in like the upper Midwest where everyone kind of, has this more tonal thing. You don't have the little bell accent that you get down here, that little southern drawl that we get, down here. So my accent, I see, it's coming out real bad. That's where I'm from. So I apologize if we're talking funny tonight. We've been in a funny part of the world. Sure.
We'll do a song off the new record. We cut a record down in New Orleans a little while back. Had a lot of fun down there. We cut it with a man named Rick Nelson. He's in the Afghan Wigs. He's in a pretty kick-ass rock band. He played bass on the record and engineered the whole thing, and we had a really lovely time. We'll show you what it sounds like. Gotta get that horn line on.
Oh, it's so important.
Is that thing all tuned up?
I was practicing real hard earlier and I think it's right where it needs to be. Thanks, Jeff.
Ready?
Yep.
Pack your suitcase, your ragged coat. You know that I don't mind the weather. I'm light as a feather. Well, I'm tumbling right on down the road.
Well, no need for diamonds or pretty boats. Just a pack on my back, oh, it suits me better, huh? Light as a feather, tumbling down the road.
Whenever I try to settle down, the wind blows through my window, picks me up and carries me right out my front door. Gonna travel on, you can tag along. We'll be two bonded vagabonds, light as a feather, tumbling on down the road. Give me asphalt or cobblestones, I don't mind, just don't you take me home, 'cause I'm light as a feather, tumbling right on down the road.
Oh, well, that high society never been kind to me. I tried it out, but I live more honestly. Light as a feather, tumbling down the road.
Whenever I try to settle down, the wind blows through my window, picks me up and carries me right out my front door. Gonna travel on, you can tag along. We'll be two bonded vagabonds, light as a feather, tumbling on down the road. Pittsburgh, Memphis, Baton Rouge, every single town has seen these shoes. Well, I'm light as a feather, tumbling on down the road. And that taxi man, he ain't no friend of mine. I never have a destination in mind. Oh, I'm light as a feather, tumbling on down the road. Whenever I try to settle down, the wind blows through my window, picks me up and carries me right out my front door. Gonna travel on, you can tag along. We'll be two bonded vagabonds, and as a feather, tumbling on down the road. I'm light as a feather, tumbling on down the road.
right, folks, sometimes you just gotta pack your damn suitcase and tumble on down that road. But not all the time. I've done that like too much. I might be looking for a little bit of the opposite, but I'll always want to travel. That's right, it's good. But it's good to stay put too. Before I ramble on any further, what's next, Jeff?
It's Spotify. You do a Maple Leaf for bringing that recording out?
Sure.
We don't use a set list, which means we have to talk a lot to ourselves to figure out what we're doing. It might be irresponsible. I don't know. I like it because it makes us in the room with you guys. We're not staring at stuff. And there's only 2 of us. If we were like, 4 or 5 of us up here, I'd probably want to use a set list. But we're not here to talk shop. We're gonna do a little instrumental tune to get this accordion out. We're gonna do like the hit song of the day when this song was written. So if anyone was around in 1899, you're gonna know this song because they played it at all the pubs and shit everywhere. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's my shit. It's the hottest song of 1899 for y'all right here. This song sold so many copies of sheet music that it got pirated, and they had to rewrite the copyright law in the United States because this dude lost so much money because the song was so popular. It's just kind of interesting. It's kind of pre-recorded music. Dude's so famous that everything he wrote after this song said that he composed this song. The song that we're talking about, of course, is the Maple Leaf Rag. A little man named Scott Joplin wrote it. If you ever played the piano, you probably had to learn The Entertainer. That's his song. Ready over there?
Thank you.
Well, I got the acoustic guitar hat out. I got a big fucking hat on. And I got a bolo tie on, so I'm going to play you guys a country song. It is a saloon, right?
There's a rose on the wall.
That's 4 roses. That's 4 roses. Bourbon, drink up, ladies and gentlemen.
I think the rose can kind of represent anything. I could be anywhere and I'd be like, oh, if there's a rose on a wall, let's play a French song or something.
Well, the rose is kind of symbolic of many cultures, I believe.
It's the state flower of Alberta, Canada.
Is it?
It is.
Oh. Which song are we playing here, Jeff?
So this is the title track off our second album, Rocky. What's that song called again?
Oh, Homestead Hands.
That's right.
Yeah.
Out in the west, they don't take their rest until the whip and the saddle are worn. Find me some shade and I'll daydream away of a crowd in a friendly saloon. Well, they've got many names for what I've been feeling. Some call it Dust Bowl blues, some cabin fever. But all the fresh air in Wyoming, well, it can't cure me. I wanna hear the sound of that old parlor piano. There goes the string now. It's out of tune, but I can still find my pitch.
Woo!
Just enough to raise a glass to some old Cowboys Dream.
That's a true country guitar right there.
His homestead hands were born and bred for working. Singing's all I really wanna do. The prairie dogs don't seem to care for ballads, and my horse ain't one for dancing shoes. You can't sing duets with the fire and its smoke, but at least I've got these cows to yodel to.
Oh, da-day,
Odelay,
da-day,
odelay,
da-day,
odelay,
da-day,
odelay, 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 odelay. Homestead hands were born and bred for working. Singing's all I really wanna do. The prairie dogs don't seem to care for ballads, and my horse ain't one for dancing shoes. You can't sing duets with the fire and its smoke, but at least I've got these cows to yodel to.
oh, da-day,
Odelay, odelay,
da-day,
odelay,
da-day,
having a good sense of humor. Thank you. Sometimes hipsters won't even clap, and they just like set their beer down and like leave. So I appreciate you all for having a good sense of humor. I do think yodeling is funny. It is funny.
Yodeling's just the rural way of scat singing, let's be real.
Sure, I like that. Well, it looks like the blues has called you back. The devil struck again and broke your folky string.
Fucking A. I broke my G-string, ladies and gentlemen.
It looks like we're gonna have to bring the blues back. That's right. We explore the etymology of American music, so we like to, play around with different styles. Look at that.
Still want to play a tune or not?
Oh yeah, you're gonna play a tune on that?
Fuck it, why not? We'll play a tune. We're gonna play a tune. Thanks for the strings, but I'm not gonna. What's up? I'm all right. Thanks though.
Thank you.
You can take those back. I appreciate that.
And let's hear it for Rob here. I'm such a bad person. What was the band that was playing? What was that band?
Burley Creek Revival.
Burley Creek
That's who
Revival.
played before us.
Man, let's hear it for them.
They were very good.
They were so fabulous. Burley Creek Revival, man. It is so nice to be able to share a bill with some freaking awesome musicians. That was great. All right, we're going to tune it up now. So you know what that means? It's time to drink and be merry.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you.
Well, we were going to play you with this country song, but I'm just going to play it on here. I don't think this guitar will mind, and that one just going to have to deal with it. It's what you get, broken string guitar. So we were just up in the Black Hills the other day. I guess yesterday? 2 days ago. It's really beautiful up there. Have you ever seen the TV show Deadwood? That's Black Hills. There you go. That's a
Or
yes.
Dances with Wolves for all
Or
the old
Dances
school
with-
people. Oh, yeah, Kevin Costner.
Tatanka.
They still, like, advertise Dances with Wolves film sites out there like it's a big deal. Jeff saw him and he's like, oh, my God, is that still relevant?
I didn't know what Dances with Wolves was until we went up there for a trip somewhere, and someone had a VHS copy of it and like those
I
little
love that
Hello
movie.
Kitty TVs.
I love that movie so much. I think I'm going to go home and watch it after this. You should watch it if you haven't.
Kind friends, won't you pity my horrible tale? I'm an object of pity and I'm looking quite stale. I gave up my job selling rights, patent pills, to go hunting for gold in those dreary Black Hills. So don't go away, stay at home if you can. Stay away from that city, they call it Cheyenne. For Chief Sitting Bull and Calliope Bill will lift up your hair in them dreary Black Hills. The roundhouse in Cheyenne, well, it's full every night with beggars and gamblers of most every plight. On their backs is no clothes and in their pockets no bills, and each morning set out for those dreary Black Hills. Don't go away, stay at home if you can. Stay away from that city, they call it Cheyenne. For Chief Sitting Bull and Calliope Bill will lift up your hair in them dreary Black Hills. So I got to Cheyenne, but no gold could I find. And I thought of the lunch route that I'd left behind. Through rain, sleet, and snow, frozen plumb to the gills. They called me the orphan of those dreary Black Hills. So don't go away, stay at home if you can. Stay away from that city, they call it Cheyenne. For Chief Sitting Bull and Calliope Bill will lift up your hair in them dreary Black Hills. So kind friends, to conclude, some advice I'll unfold. Don't you go to the Black Hills to go hunting your gold. Railroad speculators, their pockets you'll fill, and they'll kill you right there in those dreary Black Hills. So don't go away, stay at home if you can. Stay away from that city, they call it Cheyenne. For Chief Sitting Bull and Calliope Bill will lift up your hair in them dreary Black Hills. Don't go away, stay at home if you can. Stay away from that city, they call it Cheyenne. For Chief Sitting Bull and Calliope Bill will lift up your hair in them dreary Black Hills. Yes, they'll lift up your hair in them dreary Black Hills.
Thank you. That was an old traditional mining song from the Black Hills about all those, the white man went out to the Black Hills and just completely destroyed entire nations of tribes. And they'd get pretty pissed off, and I tell you, those Plains Indians up there, they're freaking badass. They held on. They held on to the very end. They held on very long.
All my neck jewelry was made by Plains Indians, by the way. It's beautiful stuff.
You should talk about that. You should talk about it. Jeff had his very first experience at Wound, didn't he?
Yeah, we were just down there. We decided to take a trip and do a bunch of stuff. And there's like Mount Rushmore and stuff up there. There's all kinds of things you can do that are really touristy. And we decided to do something a little off the beaten path. We went down to Wounded Knee. And if you don't know what happened at Wounded Knee, basically the U.S. cavalry showed up with a bunch of early machine guns and just like shot like 300 unarmed Native Americans just to kind of see how it worked. And it worked very well for what the cavalry was trying to do. And so they took all of them and just shot them all, and they buried them on a hill and left. And it was really sad. And so we decided to go there and kind of pay our respects. And we went there, and you expected like a monument or something kind of to mark the place. And there was just this little hand-painted sign that said we were there. And then there was, of course, the mass grave right behind us where they were all buried. And we didn't really know what to do. We were just standing there for a while, and all these local Native Americans started coming up to us. And they all had the most amazing dream catchers and necklaces and bracelets and things. They were sharing all these gifts with us, and they were giving us tobacco and telling us stories. And it was one of the most amazing experiences that I've ever had as an American, to go to this place and to kind of see such a tragedy that happened really not that long ago, and just kind of the community that has still built itself and is still thriving next to it. So I don't know. If you're ever down there, check it out. Bring like $50 or something so you can kind of buy some cool stuff, because you will find some really cool stuff down there.
But now, on a brighter note, I actually had a relative who was shot in the back and scalped by a native. Yeah. I think that's kind of cool. Because that's like, wasn't that long ago. His name is John Defabon. He's actually buried next to Wild Bill Hickok and Calamity Jane up in the historic cemetery in Deadwood. He was a cattle rancher, and he was helping drive a path. He was a scout trying to find a different route for cattle ranchers to take their beef out to the miners. And you know, just what they were they just were someplace they probably shouldn't have been. They were in someone else's home, so he got taken down, drug up to Deadwood, and buried there. I think maybe a couple years after Wild Bill. Yeah, little history. Jeff wrote a song about it, kind of.
I woke up this morning, felt like I did last night. This morning I felt like I did last night. Meaning I felt just like the wind, baby, trailing behind your kite. Heard that truck driver's horn, man, sounded just like chaos in the street. Heard that truck driver's horn, man, sounded just like chaos in the street. Wasn't bringing no revolution, just a man with some deadlines to meet. Went to the roulette table, I thought I might have a chance. I went to that roulette table, I thought that I might have a chance. I tried to bet it all on blue, they told me the poker table's in the back. Gave me a pair of aces, gave me a pair of aces. Gave me a pair of aces, gave me a pair of aces. Give my regards to Mr. Hickok, seems to be playing my hand from the grave. Well, you can chomp your cigar, Charlie, I'll go smoke my cigarette. You can chomp your cigar, Charlie, I'll go smoke my cigarette. It doesn't matter how good you look, I'm gonna take every little thing that you bet. Hope I don't feel tomorrow same way I'm feeling today. Don't feel tomorrow same way I'm feeling today. Meaning all stiff and proper in a room full of lax guys and dames.
Jeff Rolson there.
Thanks, y'all.
Let's do something upbeat first. For yourself. Sure. Yeah, right into it.
We'll do a little traveling song here. Song off our first record here. Yeah, time.
You guys remember this one.
What's that?
Gotta see if I can remember all these places.
Houston.
I thought I had myself a plan.
I went on down to Houston.
But I joined a big time band. I tried the kazoo, I tried the flute, I tried the fiddle, the tin whistle too.
If you ever down in Houston, hey, better turn yourself around. I said, if you ever down in Houston, better turn yourself around. Well, I went on down to St. Paul, thought I might have had myself a scheme. Well, I went on down to St. Paul, thought I might join that baseball team. I tried third base, the outfield too, tried the shortstop and the pitcher too. Well, if you ever down in St. Paul, better turn yourself around. If you ever down in St. Paul, better turn yourself around. Well, I went on down to St. Louis
to have myself a time.
Well, I went on down to St. Louis.
Dollars at my dimes, to the blackjack tables, slot machines, the high stakes room to take it off of me.
If you ever down in St. Louis, better turn yourself around. I said, if you ever down in St. Louis, better turn yourself around. I went on down Chicago, thought I might get myself a drink. I went on down Chicago, man, I got so drunk I couldn't think. You see, they gave me wine, then they gave me beer, then they gave me whiskey, then Everclear. If you ever down in Chicago, better turn yourself around. I said, if you ever down in Chicago, better turn yourself around. I went down to New York City just for a day or two. I went down to New York City, but I stayed the whole year through. Until I woke up bald.
Smelled like a skunk.
Worst of all, I was in someone's trunk. If you ever in New York City, better turn yourself around. I said, if you ever in New York City, better turn yourself around. Out to the country, I thought I'd get myself some rest. When I went out to the country, I found I liked it there the best. New York, Houston, Chicago, to St. Paul, St. Louis, take the best of you. Well, if you ever out in the country, then you best just settle down. I said, if you ever out in the country, yeah, then you best just settle down.
Thank you, folks.
Shit. Thanks, man. Want to do Iron Storm?
Go do Wishing Well, then Iron Storm.
I'm going to sit up front.
Oh, cool.
Cool. No, I got you.
You sure?
Introduce it.
Oh, boy. I sure need to take a drink. I hope you all are staying as thirsty as I am up here.
Thank you all for hanging out with us here at the Westport Saloon. We got more music coming up. How's it going, man?
Right.
How are you? You look familiar. Have we met? You live upstairs, right? Hey, there you go. No, he doesn't. He doesn't live upstairs.
Suck.
Sorry.
We lost a friend. We lost a future friend. Or an old friend for him, I guess. I think maybe you two chatted. You look very, I think we spoke briefly. Your eyes look very familiar. Ooh, the eyes don't lie. Here's a song off our new album.
A copper penny, a little dime, to pick one up, oh, it's hardly worth the time, but that's just the money, yeah, well now, ain't it funny, how they'll find more value as that little piece of mine, oh, wishing well, now don't you tell, that little thought I gave you when that coin just fell, our little secret, a ripple dream. If it's no trouble, won't you grant that wish for me? I don't want gold or some fancy tailored suit. If I could have the world, I'd just give it all to you. A copper coin will never buy you love. You could gather every dollar, but you will never have enough. Put your credit card away. You have my love now, you don't have to pay.
I had a wonder, a thought of mine. It came like thunder, shaking up the pipes. I felt the thunder as I went under, dancing pleasantly in my daydream reverie. Oh, wishing well, cast me a spell. I'll give you all my coins to ringing like a bell. Admission's cheaper when I fantasize for free. When I find my dreams are true, when nothing's really changed. I don't want gold or fancy little jewels. If I could have the world, I'd just give it all to you. A copper coin will never buy you love. You can gather every dollar and never have enough. Put your credit card away. You have my love and you don't have to pay.
Forget the copper and all the wasted time. Spend it all on daydreams and your witchcraft Ponzi lies. No love for money or money for love. You can't buy happiness with a taxidermy rug. So wishing well, we'll wish you well. There's nothing you can do that we can't do for ourselves. We'll take our chances, trying out our luck. No wasting time on wishes, yeah, love should be enough. I don't want gold, it would only buy the blues. If I could have the world, I'd just give it all to you. A copper coin will never buy you love. You could gather every dollar, but never have enough. Put your credit card away. You have my love now, you don't have to pay. You have my love now, you don't have to pay. Thanks, yo. Sure. Well, we're going to break a rule. I broke a string, so we're going to do some rule breaking. We're going to play 2 minor key songs in a row.
Oh my gosh,
God.
what kind of lame people have you been hanging out with?
Talking to me, right?
I'm joking. I hung out with a bunch of metalheads for a long time. Most of those songs, I think all of them were in metal keys? Minor keys. But I know you have, like, sometimes metal songs start in, like, minor keys, and then they have this really cool, like, major key break. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about heavy metal with you.
It's just Beethoven with distortion. That's all metal
just
music
Beethoven
is.
with, yeah, Moonlight
Right?
Sonata
Sonata is like the most metal
metal
fucking shit I've ever heard. If you listen to the third movement of Moonlight Sonata, that shit is heavy metal as fuck.
Yeah, we had this really smart, like, doctor in music agree. She's like, I would have to agree with you that Moonlight Sonata is very metal. That's right, bringing it home. Bringing it home.
Marks the tree. Honey, the way that you walk with me, walking around, think me of somebody else. Break a leg, knock 'em dead. Do everything the director said. Walking around, think me of somebody else. Well, you know that I tried, but that's not always fair. And you can try any little trick you got, but you won't see me there. And there are 2 kinds of fortune, both so intertwined. But if I find a way out, you gotta make sure that it's mine.
And if
And that
you
they'll
talk with
and
you're
I
talking to the air.
You might feel secure, living in the eye of the storm, but I wouldn't do it not about somebody else. Keep it up, don't give in. Do everything that you can to win. The folks out there thinking we were somebody else. Dim the lights, take a bow. Nobody cares about you now. They were just there thinking we were somebody else. You know that I tried, but life's not always fair. And you can try any little trick you got, but you won't see me there. And there are two kinds of fortune, both so intertwined. But if I find a way out, you better make sure that it's mine. And that they'll, and I'll give all I've got to give. You might feel secure, living in the eye of the storm, but I wouldn't do it not about somebody else. Let's get those horns going up here, baby.
And if you talk with
and I'll give all I've got to give. You might feel secure, living in the eye of the storm, but I wouldn't do it not about somebody else. No, I wouldn't do it not about somebody else. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, y'all. That's what happens when you only put a kazoo in my hand. I like fling the mic around. I should probably bring my banjo next time. I should play banjo on that one. Take it?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, we're going to play you a love song. We play a lot of love songs. We've been trying to break them up. I think we've done a pretty good job this set of not just playing a shit ton of love songs in a row, which sometimes that means that the last part of the set's just going to be like gooey, soppy, like lovey-dovey stuff. We'll see where it takes us. We're all on an adventure here.
The finger shots, it always makes me want to take a shot. And I hope it might make you want to take one too. Yes, they're nice. They're little, it's my snare drum. What's that? Chain, and you don't have words to say. I'm gonna love you anyway, 'cause you're my everything. When people started calling us names, we pushed the whole wide world away, and now there's always room to complain, and that's just fine by me. Lift up your voice, don't ramble, though you ramble on so well. That's how I got wound up and caught within your spell. When life was like a big parade, everybody's marching in your way. You and I can make a break and just get away. So give me just a second to make a warrior to go away. I will always want you here to stay, 'cause you're my everything. The leaves are rustling in the trees, the wood smoke fills the air. I'm dancing, you're singing, baby, I'm staying here.
Not going anywhere.
When the morning is foggy and gray and the snowbirds are here to stay, I wouldn't have it any other way, 'cause I have everything. So I'll be counting on all of the ways to put a smile on your face, and I ain't ashamed to say that you're my everything. The fireflies are shining and the crickets sing their tune. Your face glows in the candlelight, and I'm so happy to be with you.
Not going anywhere.
When life is like a ball and a chain, and you don't have the words to say, I'm gonna love you anyway, 'cause you're my everything. When life is like a ball and a chain, I'll be your ticket to paradise. And I will always love you just the same, 'cause you're my everything. Thank you, folks. That song is about taking pleasure, enjoying the little simple pleasures in life. Those are the best things. The best things in life are free, folks. That's right. Like being in good company.
Well, we live out in the country, which is not where we're originally from. We used to live in the cities. I myself am from the Twin Cities, just a little ways from here. That's where we're going tomorrow. But we wrote a song about cities. That's really the whole point of this. We're just going to sing it because I'm apparently shit at talking for a moment here. So it's something we wrote called Take the Stairs. It goes like
Never.
this.
You talk real pretty, Jen. The flickering street lamps and trees that line the sleepless city streets, illuminating essence that sets my mind at ease with the coming of the spring. And oh, how I feel such delight as I ponder this wondrous night. I think I'm gonna take a trip up top to see the city I adore.
The courtyard was full and bright, decorated with strings of fancy lights. But I was looking skyward to the velvety clouds lit up by the billboard signs. So I left without a trace, captivated by the spring and the cityscape. I think I'm gonna take a trip up top to see the city I adore. We'll take the stairs, elevators fine. Gonna get up to the highest flight, where you can't hear a passerby. Just blue sky and skyline, and a little bird with a song to sing. He's ringing out his songs of spring. Pigeon builds his nest where a baby bird can can take it to rest in the safety of the steeples that tower above. Future artifacts. Sunrise engulfs the park below in luminous shades of silver and gold. I'm so happy I took the stairs to see the city I adore. To see the city I call home.
We love you, Kansas City. Thank you so much for joining us this evening at the Westport Saloon. We have more music to come. We have one music?
I don't know, a couple.
Is that one?
Like 11:30, right? We have 15 more.
15? Oh my gosh, I thought you said we had 4 songs left a while ago. What a buzzkill! It's time to drink. I have another gin and tonic over here. That's what it's time for. Another gin and tonic.
Well, we're going to take you back to our very first song that we ever put out into the world as a duo. We made a cartoon for it, and it slowly turned into a... It's slowly come into a tradition of ours. Every time we put out a record, we'll make an animation. And this one started it all.
And thank you for the gin and tonic.
I grabbed the wrong harmonica. I'm going to fix that because you're over there getting all set up. Sorry to be buzzkill.
It's just that, a brief moment of, regrouping ourselves because we're getting ready for the second wind of a party. Technically a third wind since we're the second band.
If I had a string, well, I could pull you right on down to me.
I would do it,
and you could tell me about the sun over the sea. And if I had a big balloon,
you're talking silly.
Well, I could float right on up to you, and it will be just me and you and that big old lonesome moon. It'd go a little something like this. It'd go.
I get to hold you.
So sweet, but I'm just looking up from down below.
I'm here up on the cloud.
I'm on the ground.
So far up on
You're up on a cloud.
Just a hoping
someday you will be mine.
You're sailing to
gazing at the moon, and I'm just hoping someday you will be mine. I'm just hoping someday you will be mine.
We'll sing you a song about a person that we made up. But you may have heard of her. She's got one of those names that you hear people bitching about all the time. Her name is Misfortune.
Yeah, if you think we've been a buzzkill, that bitch is like 10 times worse than us.
When she's around, she takes all the luck away and hoards it for herself, and you lose it all.
Misfortune's a bitch, that's right.
Ain't it? Ain't it so? It's a little song off our new record called Misfortune.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not.
These old handbags are breaking down. Soles of my shoes are worn to the ground. I think I know who's been hanging around. It's hey, Mr. Fortune, why you keep a following me?
Stepped out the door, my hat blew off in the wind. I went and tried to chase it, but it got picked up instead. I think I might know who's wearing it now. Well, it's hey, Misfortune, why you keep a following me? I said, hey, Misfortune.
Rain and snow.
I said, hey, Misfortune.
Why don't you go on home?
I said, hey, Misfortune, when you gonna leave me alone?
But a canary, but it wouldn't sing. I took it to the vet, he said it's no delicacy. I think I know who's disposing now. It's hey, Mr. Fortune, why you keep a following me?
I went out camping, but it started to rain, so I turned back around. My car got washed away. I think I know who's driving around. Well, it's hey, Misfortune, why you keep following me? I said, hey, Misfortune.
Rain and snow.
I said, hey, Misfortune.
Why don't you go on home?
I said, hey, Misfortune, when you gonna leave me alone? I heard she found a lover. He's that proud Sir Kyle O'Fire.
Well, rumor has it they've been seen around town. Effortlessly getting everything they desire.
Drag me round like a broken kite. Even his smile seems to still have spite. It feels like there's no end in sight. Well, it's hey, Misfortune, why you keep following me? I said, hey, Misfortune.
And the Sir Kyle O'Fire
I said, hey, Misfortune.
stripped me down to the wire.
I can't stand that gal, and I can't stand the man beside her. I said, hey, Misfortune.
Hey, Misfortune.
I said, hey, Misfortune.
Why don't you go on home?
I said, hey, Misfortune, when you gonna leave me alone? I said, hey, Misfortune.
Sun, rain, and snow.
I said, hey, Misfortune.
Why don't you go on home?
I said, hey, Misfortune, when you gonna leave me alone? Leave me alone. I said, hey, Misfortune, time for you to leave me alone.
That's right, Misfortune, you bitch! You leave us all alone! That's right, she's gonna leave us all alone.
She's gonna leave all of us alone. That's what that song's for.
I was talking about cartoons earlier. We'll pick it up with this song, and then we'll leave you with some nice, pretty music. We got more music tonight, so call your friends. Get their asses out here. Stick
That's
around.
right, the night is young, and it's the last few weeks of summer, so you have to party the hardest now. That's what's up. You got to milk these nice, few beautiful days. Actually, we're further south now. I can't say that anymore. I feel so stupid. Just play the song, my man says. Go ahead.
Down and out, hard up times seems to describe every day of mine, every luck of the draw, every roll of the dice. Well, I can point on my fingers, I can point on my toes. The only one to blame, I suppose, is silly, no, so stubborn me.
Oh, I know sometimes I can make you look difficult. I know I can make you miserable, but someday I'm gonna change my tune.
Well, someday I'm gonna change your tune.
Most of the things I say are laughable, but you know my love is actual.
Nothing's gonna change that now. We're about as lucky as a three-leaf clover. We're burning bright like a supernova. But someday we're gonna change our tune. Well, I know sometimes I might get unpredictable. The gifts I give you might get unoriginal. Someday I am gonna change my tune.
I know you're gonna change your tune.
People have said they find me unrelatable, but our dreams are still attainable, and nothing's gonna change that now. We're about as lucky as a three-leaf clover. We're burning bright like a supernova, but someday we're gonna change our tune.
Let's hear the harmonica, Jeff!
Different colors, same team, at odds yet the same squad. It doesn't matter if we disagree. You know, our lives might be unconventional, reprehensible, at least we're presentable. Nothing's gonna change that now. About as lucky as a three-leaf clover. Burning bright like a supernova. But someday we're gonna change our tune. Well, someday we'll be in harmony. No clashing melodies, dissonance free. Well, someday we're gonna change our tune.
All the way up to the moon.
Well, someday we're gonna change our tune.
Thank you, folks.
We got one more song for you folks. Rock's gonna get the accordion out for us. We'll leave you with this one. It's a little love song about walking around late at night. Some of y'all might have done that before if you got a loved one. Kansas City is really nice. It's a pretty place, so it's fun to walk around here. Y'all have a nice gem of a city.
Here. I'm hoping Jeff will take me up for a date here from Eureka Springs some days. And that's my cue to put my accordion on. Thank you so much for joining us.
This is the last song off the last record we put out, so something called Scenes at Midnight. When we're done playing, we'll be over in that area. If you see that bush sign, if you look to the left, there's a little alcove in there. We'll have vinyl records, CDs, a bunch of stuff, stickers, whatever. If you want stuff, you can come talk to us. If you just want to chat, you can talk to us over there. If you want to avoid us, there's a doorway to the left of that doorway, and you can walk that way, and you don't even have to make eye contact with us.
And there's also a door right there if you just don't want to pass us at all. Anyway, we're the Lark and the Loon. We have one more song for you. Have a wonderful evening. Sorry.
Well, the moon has come to greet you in that amber starless sky. The skyline, it seems, well, it always outbeams the starlight in the city. The tables and chairs will empty, and the shopkeepers will rotate their signs, reading sorry we're closed, though everyone knows that they've no need to apologize. So let us walk the sidewalk. Let the spotlight and dots lead the way. They say chivalry's dead. Well, I think instead it just doesn't need the fame. And now the night is not so lonesome as we walk together back home. Well, I'd walk all the way from New York to LA for that farewell midnight kiss.
She'll seek me, cozy asleep in the sheets. That night has moved on, but I'm hanging on to the walk and the midnight kiss. The cafes are bright with people all wishing to have a nice day. They all suspect the kindness they get might be something for which they have paid. I'll daydream scenes of midnight, scenes of private moonlight avenues. I'll float on my feet until we meet at the end of the afternoon. Now the day is not so lonesome when I think of your hand in my arm. I'd walk all the way from New York to LA for the farewell midnight kiss.
Let us trade smiles together and speak in our sparkling haze. Well, all that I want is a nice pleasant chant as you privately escape. Now the night is not so lonesome as we walk together back home. Well, I'd walk all the way from New York to LA for that farewell midnight kiss. Yes, I'd walk all the way from New York to LA for that farewell midnight kiss.
Thank you all.
Thank you all very much.